The royalty of the poultry exhibition world and the remarkable pets we know them as today. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, thank you. 23 minutes after 11 o'clock, Mary Higgins Clark. That's all I need to do is tell you those three names, and you will know you're going to hear an interview with one of the legends in the literary world. We're honored to have had her on with us before. She's also known as the Queen of Suspense. If I ever have a chance to sit with her for lunch or coffee or something like that, I'm just going to listen. I'm not going to say much other than, Mary Higgins Clark! Holy mackerel! She's got a new book. It's called You Don't Own Me. Good morning, Mary. How are you?
Larry. Oh, I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I don't know if you remember, but we shared the Bronx last time you were on with us. We were both from the Bronx.
Oh, God love the Bronx.
Where do you live now? Where are you now?
Right now I'm in New Jersey in my home here. But you know there are only 3 places in the world that have "the" in front of them. The Vatican, The Hague, and the Bronx.
Well, there's the Villages, too, here in Florida. We have the Villages. So there's a 4th one. But it's a baby compared to the other ones, right?
Yeah, well, "the" is, all capitalized. Uh-huh. So it's very important to be from the Bronx, even though other people may not respect us.
That's kind of funny. How many books have you written? You've written a lot of books.
Yes, I can't believe it myself. The total is over, counting the short story collections. The counting is 51, I think, now.
So you are in much demand. Robin was telling me that the publicist you're working with mentioned that all of us radio geeks don't want to let you go. So we got to be quick with you today.
Yeah.
Well, there we are. I'm all set for you.
There we are. That's a Bronxism right there. There we are. There we are. And you drink water from a bottle? Mary, tell me what is You Don't Own Me about? What is the story?
The story is Laurie Moran is the executive producer of a series called Under Suspicion. And the format of it is that people who are under suspicion of a crime, of a murder actually, they are invited to be on the program and give their version of what happened that night. And Laurie gets the people together and puts them on the program. In this case, a couple, an elderly couple, call her and say, please get our ex-daughter-in-law on the program. We know she murdered our son. Laurie gets to decide that, yes, I will do that. And she starts interviewing Kendra, the ex-daughter-in-law, and the chief suspect. But as she starts to investigate, she finds that the famous physician who is dead, who has been killed, is not at all the person he seemed to be. And the more she digs into the case, the closer she comes to being murdered herself. So that's the premise of You Don't Own Me.
Oh, my gosh.
And you take it from there.
That's a great idea for a TV show, by the way. Under Suspicion. Oh, holy mackerel.
I really enjoyed reading your book. You have a lot of twists and turns in there. I think your characters are absolutely marvelous, especially Laurie.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Yeah, I have enjoyed doing this series because it was one book I had written about 5 books ago, where the editor said, we want that situation to go on, the Under Suspicion. So we know you don't want to write 2 books in 1 year. I said, oh, absolutely not. But they said, suppose we got to a fellow writer where you could do it together. And they sent me the bios and a sample book from 4 authors. And the minute I saw Alistair Burke, I thought, this is exactly the one I know I can work with. So we've been doing it for 5 books now and having a lot of fun at it.
Oh, wow. And was it hard at first to have a collaborator?
Well, I collaborated with my daughter, Carol, in 5 books in the Christmas.
Okay. So it's something you've done before. Does the series wrap up at all, or do you take this one for as long as it'll go?
Yes, we've been going on. Totally different cases, of course, but the same basic characters who are in it. Laurie Moran, the producer, young and pretty and widowed, and Alec, her co-host, and of course a romance has to develop between them.
Right.
I just love the fact that you've given Laurie quite a reputation about being very investigative. That the other characters in there say that she has just as much skills as FBI agents.
Oh yes, Alex has to be very smart, very suave, a well-known criminal defense lawyer who goes on the program, and of course from his own experience he can offer so much. But basically I'm a romantic. I always like to have my end character finding Mr. Wonderful at the end of the book.
Mary Higgins Clark, it's an honor to have you. I promised your publicist we'd wrap it up at the bottom of the hour, and we are there. The book is called You Don't Own Me. I found it on Amazon, and I'm sure you can get it at maryhigginsclark.com. Thank you, Mary.
Oh, thank you. Joy to be with you.
You too. We'll be right back.
Beyond Glory, live on stage, starring Stephen Lang. Beyond Glory tells